5 signs you're lonely. Your body may be telling you something. Have you been feeling tired lately? Do you feel restless, even after several hours of sleep? Do you sometimes feel so down, that you do not have the energy to do things you usually do? This is your body showing you symptoms of loneliness. Before we get into what your body might be telling you, here is what you need to know about loneliness. Cacioppo defines loneliness as perceived social isolation, or the discrepancy between what you want from your social relationships and your perception of those relationships. In simpler words, loneliness is when you don't feel as connected to people as much as you want, making you upset. It can be a serious condition and even a form of depression. Many of us do not realize how lonely we feel, because we are surrounded by many things that do not make us feel alone. However, there are little or subtle signs, which show the observing eye we might be lonely. Here are 5 signs of loneliness that you should look out for. 1. You're constantly on social media. Do you use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat often? How long do you spend on them? If you are spending more than 2 hours per day on the internet, it may be a sure sign that you're lonely. It is unsure what the link is, but there is a theory that lonely people replace real-world relationships and problems with social media by looking at other people's relationships. This gives them a warm feeling in their bodies, hence, why they tend to spend more hours on social media. Using platforms like Twitter, however, tend to increase feelings of sadness, anger and loneliness because of the block and cancel culture it provides. 2. You're binge watching. Do you like TV shows or seasonal movies like Shameless, Stranger Things, Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, and Game of Thrones? You probably do. But you may not be the type of person to actually sit through 10 hours of an entire season of a show, but somehow, you have found yourself on the edge of your couch, glued to your TV screen, binge watching the entire thing. Yes, you're probably lonely. This is not necessarily a bad thing, because watching TV shows sometimes help you stray away from negative feelings. However, doing too much of the watching can cause stress, which leads to more feelings of loneliness. A study done at the University of Texas found that the lonelier and depressed the participants were, the likelier they were to binge watch TV. 3. You feel sick all the time. Are you constantly getting sick? Are you always looking for ways and means to get rid of a cold? And when you do, does it come right back? If yes, there is something you probably keep doing, which may not be good for you. Of course, being lonely is not a choice, and you may not even know that you're lonely. However, it is what you do when you feel lonely that can help reduce the risk of it affecting your health. Staying in bed all day, overeating, and binge-watching TV shows all day increase the feelings of loneliness more than you'd think. And the lonelier you are, the more stressed you become. Stress makes it difficult for your body to defend itself against germs and pathogens, leading to increased illnesses. Loneliness can be detrimental to your body and well-being. It can lead to high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, reduced immunity, and depression. It is important to maintain real-world relationships, and have some form of a social life that include going out into the sunlight. 4. You're tired all the time. Do you feel tired even after sleeping for several hours? You may be suffering from sleep fragmentation. Loneliness can cause you to feel quite tired, and restless, even agree you have practically done nothing for the day. You may sleep for several hours during the day, and some during the night, but it is always messy, and interrupted, which causes your body to tire out. A study in South Dakota 2011 looked at about 100 people and also get them to answer questionnaires about feelings of anxiety and isolation. They found out that loneliness was a sure cause of fragmented and messy sleep. 5. You take way too long in the shower. Taking long hot baths, or showers, are a pleasant experience, especially when you curl up with a hot cup of coffee or hot cocoa and be afterwards. Researchers, however, claim that people who take extremely long hot showers are likely trying to substitute emotional warmth with physical warmth. So, if you find yourself doing these more than usual, it is probable that you're lonely. We all feel lonely sometimes. Nobody has a perfect life. There are days when we feel really content, but there will always be days when we feel sad and lonely. When you are lonely, what you are actually craving is a little personal interaction, intimacy, love or friendship, perhaps, someone to share your life with. It is what you do during these moments that determine whether you wallow in your misery or overcome it. So, if you are currently experiencing these 5 symptoms, you need to go out, meet new people, have fun moments with old friends and simply have a fulfilling day.